is whenever you get to like ticketed venues. Most of them don't do it over the phone.
Mhm.
Hardly
Well,
any
no,
of them
yeah, a
ever
lot
do
of
it
them
over
have
the phone.
talent buyers or whatever. It's not,
Exactly.
they're not
Yep.
even there. They'll just give you someone
Right.
else's phone number.
And Billy Bob, this is a year or two later from us being a gigging band. We are now in the DFW area. We're getting kind of like locally and regionally known, and we're going to be trying to book some shows at some ticketed venues. We've got about a half a dozen markets that we could actually sell some tickets in. I'm going to call up at this venue in DFW that I'm trying to get into.
Hello, this is Amanda. This is the venue. How can I help you?
So, yeah, I was just trying to get some contact info on who I would need to speak to in regards to booking, preferably an email if you guys have one.
Yeah, that's gonna be Jack. And his email is blah 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 blah.
Well, thank you, Amanda. I will get a hold of Jack. Hello, Jack. My name is Billy Bob. I represent the Billy Bob Band, and we are looking to get in there on a Friday or Saturday night for a ticketed show. These are the dates that we currently have targeted. If you do not have them available, I would love to hear some other availability that you have. My info and my website is available down below. Would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, so I'm replying as Jack now.
Yes.
I have to get in the mindset of Jack. Hey, Billy Bob. Sounds great. We have a few of those dates open. And then he's going to tell you which dates that he has open. Can you give me a little bit of info on your following in this area and your, price that you charge? I like the music. Would love to get something worked out for you if it works for both of us. Sound good? Send.
All right, Jack, email me back. Okay, he sounds a lot nicer than a lot of talent buyers. That's cool. Well, Jack, we would love to do Friday the 13th, if you have that available. And we are from the DFW area, and I'm thinking that we could possibly bring in 100 people on this specific date. That is about 60 days out. And we are also currently getting a lot of radio play in the area. We currently have a bunch of Spotify listeners in the DFW area. We will also promote the show on social media. Looking forward to hearing from you again. Thanks for the reply. Send.
Hey, Billy Bob. Thanks for sending that information over. If you have a following like you say, why have I never heard of you before? I also live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Send. Beep.
Okay, he's starting to get a little bit skeptical about this. Hello. Would love to still target that date if it is available on your end. We are just starting to play in the ticketed scene because we are wanting to take the next level, take it to the next level of our career. If you aren't comfortable with setting a certain price, I would love to propose doing a small flat fee versus 80% of the door. And it's a win-win for you. Would love to know your thoughts. Send.
Okay. So at this point, I think it's totally possible that he would be like, okay, that's cool. But I feel like I've also seen venues be like, okay, let's get you on an opening gig first. Is that something that Jack needs to reply and
He
say?
can.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Jack is replying again. Hey, Billy Bob. I would propose that we get you on an opening gig first and see how you draw. And then if you do well, we'll have you back on your own date. Send.
I got into the venue that I was trying to get into.
Right.
And sometimes opening is better than headlining.
Yeah.
Because although you are opening, you still need to promote it.
Yeah.
There's still some pressure that is involved in it. And if I bring a lot of people to the show, then I'll get my own headliner. My live show is great because I've spent 2 years in the bars perfecting it. So I'm not really worried about them thinking that I'm good or bad. I'm just worried about getting the people there. So you're telling me that all I have to do is bring people and I can get a headlining gig. That sounds easy. That just sounds like I now need to put in the work. Also, in this stage of your career, I want to point out that I can no longer oversaturate my home market.
Mhm.
If I'm playing this show and I need a lot of people to come to this specific show in the DFW area, I can no longer play in my home market very often because I'm now into that portion of my career.
Mm.
Yeah. Which that's a whole nother thing. You have to start learning your boundaries, and
Yes.
some areas you legally can't even play,
Right.
right?
So what
Yeah, you know
happens
what I mean?
is for a smaller artist, like probably Billy Bob, the bigger you get, the more days get put into the radius and more miles. Usually for a band like Billy Bob Band, it's going to be 30 days, 30 miles on both sides.
Right.
So you can't play within the DFW area. Let's say this venue's in Arlington, smack dab in the fucking middle of DFW. Don't play in the DFW area for 30 days on either side of Friday the 13th.